Happy end of the open, everybody. This is the post 13.5 mobility edition. So what this is aimed for is if you plan on doing 13.5 again, you probably did it once on Thursday or maybe Friday, and then you're going to hit it again this weekend, Saturday or Sunday. So hopefully today, the day that I make this video, that you can watch it, will be the perfect time to do this. So 13.5, thrusters, chest to bar pull-ups. Not as high of a rep scheme unless you're a superstar athlete who has no real reason to watch anything on my blog. You're lucky if you get 90, so you're probably not going to have the same kind of muscle soreness as you would have from something like 13.3 or 13.2 where the reps are over 100. But what we want to do is still make sure that we can keep ourselves getting into optimal positions. So this is going to be 10 minutes of mobility. Do it first thing when you wake up on whatever your rest day is, or if you're going to go back-to-back days, it's especially important to do it first thing when you wake up, before you go to the gym, before you do anything, just to start your body getting ready. Hence, bonus points for doing it with bed hair, because you know you're doing it right when you wake up. So, the two areas of your body that are probably going to give out the most, or really the three areas, are going to be your quads during the thrusters, your lats from the chest to bar pull-ups, and from the thrusters a little bit, and your grip from both movements. So, lacrosse ball, take the lacrosse ball to those areas. Spend 1 to 2 minutes on each leg, each side of your lats, and then you can take your arm, put the lacrosse ball on it, and then just go back and forth, or up and down, or hold down the lacrosse ball and make wrist circles. And this should break up everything that knotted up from having to hold on to the bar that long. Before you do that, I'd recommend just giving your body a good once-over with a foam roller. Foam's kind of weak. If you're a serious training athlete, go to Home Depot, grab a section of PVC pipe like this. It's nice and solid. You can wrap a yoga mat around it or just leave it as is. Give your body a once-over with that. It'll let you know where you're sore and where you need to spend some extra time. If you watched the video from the open announcement, and you saw Camille versus Sam Briggs, and you saw Froning versus Khalipa, the thing you noticed about the two athletes who got into that third round, who got past 8 minutes, was their positioning was so good on both movements. And I think the thrusters were the best example of that. You look at Camille's thrusters, they look perfect. Most of us don't have that type of mobility, especially in the spine. So what we want to do is spend 2 minutes with 2 lacrosse balls that are taped together. If you don't have that, you can use your foam roller again and hit right in the middle of our spine. Get right in the thoracic spine, right here. And I'll do this. See, I can stay in frame. So I'm going to put myself on the PVC foam roller right in the middle of my back. I'm going to try to touch the back of my hands and my butt to the ground and roll back and forth there, trying to get as much mobility. Most people who struggle with thrusters will find themselves rounding over as the rep scheme gets higher. So your first couple will look good, but then you'll start going from a really nice vertical back into having a more bent forward position. So the first ones might look like this, and then towards the end, you're starting to look like this, meaning the bar path is kind of some crazy C-shaped motion. So keep your back nice and mobilized, and you should do a little bit better. Good luck.